Furogu! Kiddo, kiddo! Oh, I can't eat and play at the same time. I need both hands. Fuck. I'm starting to like those cookies. I'm just greedy. I just like food, okay? Food makes me happy. Dude, I made, I'm gonna get called a pleb, but, yesterday, so, like, you know, I was saying, like, those very veggie ramen, the new Nissan very veggie ramen cup of noodle shits, they're really good. Like, like, if you like cup of noodle, I mean, technically cup of noodles isn't like something you should be eating all the time. Like, don't be eating it all the time. But the very veggie cup of noodles, they're really good. And if you haven't like tried them, even though like you know you've seen like, I mean if you're in the FGC, you know that like you see those fucking commercials all the time and they're hella annoying. But they're mad good, dude. They're like really good, and they're like almost. They're like, I think they're probably like a few cents more than the than the regular cup of noodles. And like once you tried like the regular the very veggie cup of noodles, you don't want to get the regular cup of noodles. You feel like you're being skimped out once you've tried the very veggie noodles, because the very veggie noodles, they have so much vegetables and shit, so it's really good. And it's a basically the same price as the regular cup of noodles. So it's like, why would you like skimp out when you could get more? I mean, I guess like if you don't like vegetables, I could see like very veggie taking over the regular cup of noodles. But you're gonna get those losers who are gonna be like, I don't like all these vegetables in my cup of noodles. I don't like all these vegetables. You're gonna get those losers. So, I mean, yeah, you know, you're just gonna get somebody fucking complaining about shit, you know? Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was talking about ramen earlier. Oh, yeah, so, like, we went out to go get, ramen, like, like, you know, just, so, yeah, so we wanted some. He had like a cup of noodles. I'm like, damn, I kind of want one. So we went to the grocery store, and they didn't have very veggie cup of noodles, and I was so fucking sad. So, um, so we end up. I was like, oh, you know, maybe I'll just make fucking ramen, dog. You know, I'll try making it. Um, in the future, I do want to do like cooking streams. I don't know how to set that up and everything, but it would be kind of fun to do, I think. The only thing I am like not worried about is I don't know how to entertain you losers. Well, not all of you, just the ones who are losers. Everyone else is cool, especially Tanisha. um, I'm just joking, just being a loser myself. But I was like, yeah, let's try making it. So we bought the ingredients. I was gonna make it today, but I kind of wanted like some ramen also, so I made some, and it was so good. Oh my god. One of these days I'll do a video showing how I made it, but it was like really good. I was actually really proud of myself. I was actually legit proud of myself. I was like, this is a good video. This would make a good video. And I was just trying out to see if it would how well it would. Cause I wanted to like I wanted because we had enough ingredients to make it like twice. Actually, I think we have enough ingredients to make it 3 times. So I was just trying. I was like, maybe I'll try doing a test, a test recipe to see if this will work. So that way, when I actually make it, it will be good. That was yesterday. So I just was testing to see, oh, can I, if I, I just wanted to see, like, oh, if, just to see, I guess just just to have an idea of how I should go about making said ramen. I guess what I'm trying to say. It wasn't that expensive either. I mean, we bought like other stuff too, but I mean, all you really need is like um, the top ramen, and use chicken broth. I know we use beef broth because he wanted beef broth. Like everything he wanted was beef, so we also bought beef broth, and we got like scallions and leeks and and beef chuck, and beef chuck's pretty cheap to get. You get a lot for like, well, I mean, I normally like try to get at least like $5 minimum, but yeah, you get a lot, I think, for the price. And with beef, I was kind of wondering, not. I was like, oh, I don't know how to get that type of like meat they have in ramen because like the meat's really thin. And I was like, if I use this beef chuck, just how it is, um, it's too thick, like it's a little. You fucking bitch. Yeah, this happened last time. I was like, do I let them fight it out or not? So like, I was like, oh man, I don't know how to like necessarily get the type desired meat that they have in ramen. I was like, oh, it's like it's usually like really thin. So like with the beef chuck now, you wanna like, damn, I gotta go do all of that again. Fuck, I should just kill that monk. I should just kill his ass. So so yeah, when you get like the beef chucks and stuff, you just gotta get a really really sharp knife and just like I feel like I probably would have it an easier time like maybe if you get like beef belts or whatever. I don't know what they're called, but like the belts where it's just like really thin. And so what you do is you get like the beef chuck. I guess you use beef chuck because they're cheap. You get a lot. You get some big pieces of meat in it, so it's not so bad. I feel like I lost too much health with that. So it's not so bad. So what you do is like you could get all the you can use all the pieces because I use like small and big pieces. You just need a really sharp knife, and then you just like really like hold the meat, and then you cut it into really thin slices. You cut it into really thin slices and shit, and then after you do that, you put it. If you're doing this, you like should preheat the oven to like 200, um, to 200, and then like as you're cutting the meat, you should have it preheated already. And as you have it preheated and everything, you're cutting the meat, then you like put them on. You put them. You get like a baking tray, and then you put like a foil paper. We even got foil paper, so I have to use wax paper. So oh my god, I'm about to kill this fucking monk. So yeah, you could even use like wax paper or like foil paper, and then you put like some butter on the wax paper or foil paper to just get the meat from sticking. and then you put like black, and then it's like you spread the meat out so it's like they can cook evenly and shit. And then after that, you put like black pepper and salt in it, and then after you put like the black pepper and the salt, you can put like maybe some like Goya. Could never go wrong with Goya. Um, and then after that, you put that in the oven for like 350. And while you're doing that, oh yeah, I got mushrooms too. So you cut up your scallions and your yeah, you cut up your scallions and shit, and you don't really necessarily have to cut up shiitake mushrooms. They come like pre-sliced. You can get them pre-sliced, and they're not like really expensive, and you get a lot. And so you cut those up and shit, and then oh yeah, you got have an egg. So I kind of suck at boiling eggs. I get tonight. I'm gonna like watch a video on how to boil eggs and like have it where you can fucking peel the fucking eggs. Because I always had problems peeling the eggs. I feel like when I was a kid, I had an easier time because I usually just used to watch the friggin' pot because I was just I'm just so happy I can at least cook an egg because like being a kid at a young age and being able to finally use the stove was like the biggest thing. So you could like have it where your eggs are like boiling at the time while you're cutting up the scallions and shit. And then so then you can start putting in getting another pot for the broth and shit. And I no. So wait, so there was chicken. You don't want to necessarily cook. I mean, you could cook the ramen at the moment, but like I don't know. I rather you shouldn't do it just as soon as possible. I shouldn't do it too quick because if you do it too early, then by the time you get the ramen, I mean, one time the broth is done, it's gonna be out. The noodles gonna be cold and shit. Damn it! Let you fucking live and you still manage to fucking get killed. So by then the meat should be brown, so you can like take a break, maybe play some Tekken matches during that time. Just have your like scallion and your shiitake mushrooms is ready to go on the side, and after you wait for the meat to cook, it's all nice and brown. It doesn't have to be like cooked, but it should be cooked enough. So now you want to take the meat out of the oven, and then you'll be like, oh, I actually cooked meat without burning it. So be proud of yourself for that brief moment that you managed to cook something without burning it. And then shit. Oh my god, is that just like whatever. So after you take the meat out, you want to get another like pot, like a pot that can hold like soup and shit. And then you want to heat the pot up and put like a little square. It doesn't have to be a big square. It could be like maybe 3 centimeters. Stick about square of butter in it. I mean, I don't want to say stick of butter because when you put a lot of butter, and you know how some of you people like be like, oh, she's got a stick of butter. And so you put that in, and if you're fancy, you can use chopsticks. I use chopsticks to cook. But yeah, so you want to like you can use the chopsticks or the spoon to help the butter move around, but you could just like move the pot around for the butter to get everywhere. And then once it's like all the butter is covered, you take all the meat and you put it in there, and you just like cook it a little bit. You stir it around like, you know, like a stir fry. Just keep moving the meat around. You don't want it to get necessarily burnt. And then when you see like the meat has like gotten red, a little red, like a little burnt, then you're gonna be like, okay. So yeah, so at that point you can throw in. You want to also buy miso powder. I'm sorry, I don't have an official list. I'm just going on how I did it. So like, fuck you if you don't be like, oh well, you know, you gotta tell me all the ingredients. Whatever. I'm streaming. I can't do all that shit. The fuck. What you guys supposed to like, you know, write it down. This is like, you know, this is like a lecture, and you're supposed to be taking notes your damn self. But anyways, so so yeah, you want to buy like a miso packet. Yeah, to get like a miso packet, you don't. It don't have to necessarily be expensive. You know, you could just get one of those cheap ones. Um, I bought we bought like white and red miso. I'm gonna try the red miso one tonight, but the white one was pretty good. So yeah, you can like once the meat has like start to get like a little red, on the edges and shit. That's when you're like, okay. I guess it should be also on like medium high. You don't want to have the heat too high. You don't want it to be too high. So after that, while you know the meat's starting to get a little burnt a little bit, put in the miso powder, and then like you just move that around a little bit. And when you see like the miso powder just like starts getting like all the sauces are getting absorbed by the miso powder, then you want to add in the chicken broth. And the But you can use whatever you want. I mean, you don't have to necessarily use beef broth, but I use beef broth. You can use chicken broth, and then you can put in the broth of your choice. I put in like for the first I put in. Well, I made it was for two people. So at first I put in 1 cup of beef broth, and then I let that stir a little bit. I let the juices, all the juices, like mix in a little bit and everything. And after that, I put in a cup of water. Yeah, 1 cup of water. You see, I should have saved. I'm so like crazy. I ain't even saved. So after that, you let it sit for a while. You put a cover on it, let it boil a little bit, let all the stuff marinate and shit. Oh fuck. And then once you've done that, it starts to like simmer down a little bit. It'll probably like start to like boil down a little bit, and then you put another cup of beef broth, just so it's just like enough, because it will like it will like get the water will get absorbed from all the heat, but you don't kind of want that, so like all the meat in the broth can just, you know, start making love and like making this all everything taste good. And so yeah, you let that boil for a while after you put in another cup of beef broth or whatever broth you fucking use. And you know, you let that sit for a while. Oh yeah, so like so by the time you want to put in the next, yeah, so like so then you're gonna let that simmer. You're gonna let it simmer for a while and everything gets all like, wait, oh no. Yeah, so while like you put in the next broths and shit, wait, that doesn't go there? Fuck. The fuck goes here then? Shit, I went all the way up here for no reason. So yeah, so like by the time the broth starts to simmer down and shit, and you put in the next cup of broth, you want to also add the mushrooms. You don't want to add the scallions, because the scallions is just like a topping. So you want to put in the mushrooms so they get a little soft. I mean, you could put the mushrooms in earlier, but that depends on you. If you want the mushrooms to be really soft and like and absorb a lot of the broth, or you just want them really chewy and stuff. It depends on you. You know, it's your freaking ramen. I don't know. So yeah, you let that simmer and shit. So like at this point, you want to start like getting another pot so you can cook the ramen. And no, stupid, don't put the ramen noodles in the broth. Ew, don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Ew, you loser. So what you want to do with that now is you want to take the ramen out of the um you want to take the ramen out of the package, of course. I mean, I don't know why I have to say that. It should be obvious. But yeah, you want to do that. And, you know, you can choose between like Maru Chan or Top Ramen. I have to just say Top Ramen because Nissan is basically supporting the FGC, and I just don't want to just be affiliated with Maruchan in case for future chances of me getting sponsored. So I'm just gonna say it's best for you to get Top Ramen. Yes, I would just like to have that on record. So you take the ramen out of. I never tried Maruchan. Now I think about it. So I don't know if how well it's gonna taste or whatever. But anyways, you wanna get like you wanna read the instructions. I think like they say you need at least like 2 cups of water, but I end up putting like 3 because I felt like I kind of wanted to cover the noodles. And you really want to watch the noodles because like if you want your noodles to be crunchy and shit, like you know cooked but not that cooked, you really want to watch it because the fucking noodles are like rice where it can go from being good to being very not good and really soggy and shit. So you want to really watch the pot. I mean, you can like when it's for the first few minutes, you can just like set it and forget it. Just put it in the water and shit and let it boil up. Put a cover on it. Not really, um, really watching it. But hey, loser, are you actually stirring the pot of the broth while you're doing this? Like, oh my god. So you know, while you're making the pot for the noodles, you're supposed to be stirring the pot for the broth. So once you do that, once you've been stirring the pot for the broth, you know, you don't want it to like get you don't want the sides to get staked up, or you don't want the meats to get ruined. And you know, you can taste and everything. At this point, it might taste like watery and shit. And don't be afraid. Yeah, it's gonna taste a little watery because of all the like stuff and whatever. But you don't really have to necessarily worry right now. But yeah, just keep stirring that shit, and then you know, you watching the fucking ramen. You watching the ramen. You see that it's cooking, right? Okay, it's cooking, right? So yeah, while it's cooking and shit, you know, just keep an eye on everything, okay? Like make sure everything's being cooked properly and shit. So just like make sure everything's being cooked, and you know, after a while the broth should be good. You could cook. You should have it like the broth on medium heat, and like the ramen noodles on medium heat also. So yeah, just like wait for that shit to be done. It should be covered, you know. Don't have it uncovered because it'll take longer and everything. So yeah, once it's doing all that shit, thank you. I didn't even have to work for that. Thank you. I didn't even have to work for these ammos. So yeah, so this is like depends on how you really want your noodles. If you want your noodles to be really soft, like you, haha, then you want to you just leave it. You can play some more Tekken matches or watch Danielle's stream, and while it's like getting really soft, how you like it, cause you're soft, and really if you like it nice and crunchy and everything like me. So you'll just really want to make sure you're watching it. So like after a while, it's gonna get like crunchy and shit, whatever. However the fuck you want your ramen. So then you get a colander. Yes, you don't know what a colander is. Oh, Ah, you don't know what a colander is. It's like the bowl with the holes in it. That's what a colander is. Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, your mom been doing all your cooking for you. I understand. So you don't know what a colander is. So you want to get a colander, and you want to like take the ramen, and then you want to put the ramen in the colander. Okay, like that should be simple enough for you to do. All right. So you put the ramen in the colander, preferably not the one like the metal one that people like the religion, like the people who believe in spaghetti monster. You don't necessarily want to use that one, like like the hat people wear who believe in the spaghetti monster. You don't want to necessarily use that one. You want to use the one that has the handle and like you have to hold it and it has like the mesh and everything. I prefer for ramen you use that one. So you hold it properly. Don't be stupid and make it fall. So you hold it and you holding it properly? Okay. Hold it properly while you're doing that. All right? Are you holding it properly? Because you're going to make it fall everywhere. Because, you know, you're a pleb. So, then you want to like hold it, right? And then you want to hold it and shit. And you want to get the hot pot. Be careful, because you know you're going to spill it and burn yourself. And then you're going to be, I burn myself from. So then you want to get the ramen into the colander. Yes, you want to like try, okay? Like I know you probably have like a really high hit rate in fucking what's it, Call of Duty and shit. I know you like you're a fucking Fusion and you have like 3 Fusions in Tekken or whatever. That's like average now. But you still can't cook fucking food. So like, where are we right now? You still can't cook. Yeah, you might be a top player, but you can't cook. So anyway, so like after you manage to not spill the ramen and you caught majority of the ramen in the colander, because I'm sure you're gonna make it fucking fall because you're a pleb. Yeah, you want to just like go like this a little bit, like you just want to like you know just like toss it up a little bit. Yeah, just like because it looks cool, and they do it in like I see like a lot of ramen guys do it, like the ramen masters, they do that shit. So I just do it too. So I go like this. You go like this a little bit. Make sure you get all the water out. And then this is the part. Oh yeah, you also want to have like the broth off. By the way, yeah, you don't necessarily want that shit to be cooking still, cause they're probably gonna burn by now. So yeah, make sure you had to turn that shit off. I totally forgot, but I can cook, so I would have taken it off. But you can't cook, so you probably still have it on. But yeah, you kind of want to have that off by now. So so what I was saying now. So yeah, you want to necessarily have it where. Wait, can I shoot this? Yeah, you want to have it where you get like the. Oh, I could shoot it. So you want to take the ramen out of the colander now. And if you're a pro like me, you can use chopsticks, I mean, if you're making it for one, which you probably are, I mean, your waifu doesn't count because she can't fucking eat. And it's just a picture, like, oh my god. You can't eat, so I don't know why you're making 2 bowls. You should just make one big bowl for yourself because you're a loser. And if you are gonna make a big bowl of ramen, make sure that you can actually finish it, because if you're making ramen for one, which you are, and you don't finish it, the noodles are gonna get all fucking soggy and shit, and it's just like like why are you even living, dude? Like, why even watching my freaking tutorial on ramen if you can't even like come on. So if you're making it for yourself, like take out a good amount where um you're satisfied enough, like not that much satisfied because you're not really satisfied with life, let's be honest. So you want to take that and um you want to put in like a good amount, depending on how much you can eat. I can eat a lot, so I normally give myself a lot of ramen. I usually give Anthony less ramen than I just give him less food in general because that means I can eat more. So, yeah. So at this point, yeah, you're just standing there still waiting for me to explain what to do. So, yeah, so decide how much ramen you actually want to put in there. Put in the ramen, and if you know you're making it for one, which you are, like I said, you put the rest in like a plastic container for tomorrow because you know you're gonna eat tomorrow. Everyone has to eat every day, right? Yeah. So everyone has to eat every day. So you're gonna have to put it away for tomorrow. You silly goose. You silly. So yeah. So then now the broth should be like cooked, and then chances are you fucking burned it. Jesus Christ. So you probably burnt it, but that's okay. There's a for next time, guy. For next time. So next time you'll make it even better. And so you put in the ramen first. Yes, it's like fucking cereal. Put in the cereal first before the milk. If you put milk in before cereal, then just like don't even talk to me, dude. Like, why would you put milk in before cereal? Like, why? You know, if you tell me you put milk in before cereal, then like why don't even come to my stream? The milk goes after the cereal, so it's the same with ramen. The ramen goes in first, and then you put in the soup, the broth. So yeah, you put in the broth after you put in the noodles, so then it looks good. But oh wait, I totally forgot about the fucking eggs. Have you checked the eggs, dude? Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the fucking eggs. Oh, have you been checking the eggs? I totally forgot about the eggs. Like I said, I can't really cook eggs properly. So, oh shit. So rewind back. So what you want to do before you put the noodles into the broth is you want to take out the eggs. So the eggs should be done cooking by now. So then you want to take out the eggs, and hopefully you watch like another tutorial, because I don't know how to fucking boil eggs and shit where you can peel it off like a fucking pro, okay? So then you want to like peel the eggs and shit, and you want to cut it in half. Yeah, cut it in half. So it looks all nice and presentable. So then you cut it in half and shit, and you put that aside next to the scallions and the shiitake. Well, yeah, you already put the mushrooms in. So you put it next to the scallions and shit. So then, after you fucking do all that shit, after you do all that shit, then you want to put in the noodles, right? Then you want to put in the noodles. And after you put in the noodles, like I said, you put in the broth, and after you put in the broth, you put in the eggs, and then like once the eggs is cooked, the eggs should be cooked and everything. I kind of like my eggs a little runny, so that's pretty good. And then you could sprinkle a little like black pepper on it and shit. And if you're making a mistake and you get too much black pepper in it, you could just dunk the egg a little bit, and the broth will take care of that. And then, I hope you cut up your scallions. So, yeah, you put the scallions in for garnish because it looks cool. And then you should have a decent ramen. Oh, wait. I forgot. You're supposed to put in the fucking, You're supposed to put in the fucking, Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, so, okay. Rewind all the way back. Okay, so we're at the point where you have the broth is already there. The ramen's done. The eggs are done and shit. So this is the best part, okay? Hopefully You're not a pleb, and you didn't throw away the season packet. Yes, the season packet that comes with the top ramen. If you don't have this part, you failed. You failed. I didn't tell you to throw away the season packet, my guy. So if you threw away the season packet, I don't know. I didn't. Did Simon say throw away the season packet? No. So like once the broth is done, okay, this is the right way to do it. Okay, the other ways I was like fucking around, but this is the right way. So for those who fucked up their ramen, that ain't my fault. Fucking user guide or whatever. So like after you make the broth and shit, you put in the season packet, and this is where the real flavor and everything comes together. So you put in the season packet, right? And then you mix it around, and then you go taste the broth, and you're like, oh, this shit is fire. And you know, I want to try using chili oil, so maybe you can try chili oil, and if you do, tell me if it tastes good. So then after that, um, you know how to do it, because I already said it like 3 fucking times. So then you put in the noodles, then you throw in the broth, then you throw in the eggs and shit, and then you put on the scallions, and then it should taste fucking good, alright? So yeah, that's how you make fucking ramen. Oh, thank you for the sub. Oh wow, thank you so much. Why didn't it go? Did it go off? Oh, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Mr. MJ Sheep. Thank you so much. Wait, no, this doesn't go here. Damn. That was some good ass ramen though. I tell you that. I appreciate you so much. At least Three Face is such a good mod that she this is why I have Three Face. She tells she fucking like makes sure that people are being being appreciated while I'm talking, because I can talk for hours. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. But yeah, that's how you make ramen, man.